Hey my cupcakes, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'll be sharing with you guys what I'll be bringing on my trip to Fresno this coming Friday. By the time you guys are watching this, I'll probably already be on a plane going to Fresno, or I'll already be in California. I do want to note that I know this bag that I'll be showing you guys in this video is very different from the one I showed you guys in my last video that I was going to be using, but I was thinking about it and I really needed to cut down on the amount of beauty products I was going to be bringing with me for this trip, just because for this particular one I'm not getting too dolled up. So I did want to bring stuff that I know I probably wouldn't be using. So if you guys want to know what's in this little baggie, I also want to show you guys some of the products that I like to use the night before a flight. So if you guys want to know all of that, go ahead and keep on watching this video. So prior before flying, I do like to make sure that my face is thoroughly cleansed, and I was going to show you guys my rest of my skincare routine products, but because I'm still testing stuff out and figuring out if it is what's really helping my skin or not, and because I still get minor flare-ups on my eczema on my face, so I kind of want to know which products are working and which ones isn't. But I normally like to make sure that my pores are nice and clean, so I go in with the Biore nose strips, and I like to just make sure that there's no whiteheads or blackheads, stuff like that, just so my foundation will go on smoothly throughout my trip. And because I've been using foundation this past week, I know I'm getting a little bit of buildup around my nose, so I like to do this. Also, flying does dehydrate the skin and you just get dehydrated in general, so I like to make sure my face is well moisturized. My face is currently very dry. It used to be oily, but I seriously have dry patches around my mouth area and around my cheeks, but you can't really tell because of the new foundation that I'm using. But I like to make sure that my skin is well moisturized prior before flying, just because I don't want my face to feel tight or have any flaking going on, because that is really gross. So the ones I like to use are from Nature Republic. These are just a regular sheet mask. These are like about $1.90, $2 for one, and I use this about maybe every other week, but I especially like to moisturize my skin very good before flying. So on to the good stuff. This is the little bag that I'll be using for my trip. This is a very oldie but goodie bag. I've had this from maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I got it at Target. It's by the brand Sonia Kashuk. It has 2 zippers, and I think I'm going to start off with this side. It just opens like this, and I just pull things out randomly. But I like to, if I'm using this kind of bag, which I rarely ever use this whenever I'm traveling, just for this particular trip I am though, I'll keep my brushes in a Ziploc bag just so I don't have to bring like my brush holder that folds up. That's just more things to pack. So I put everything in a plastic bag here because if you guys saw the inside of this bag, it's so gross. So I do want to put a tip out there to wash your brushes before your trip, just so if you are using makeup products, you already have a good set of clean brushes. I just want to note that the eye brushes in this isn't washed because at the last minute I decided to pack eyeshadow. So I just have some eyeshadow brushes that's no name brand and some from e.l.f. So I'm going to be washing those. And these are actually washed and they're wet already, so they have to dry out. But I wanted to show you guys. I have my angle eyeliner brushes that I use for my brows. I have my powder brush from, what's it called? From Beach Cosmetics. I have my concealer brush to kind of clean out my eyebrows if I'm having a bad brow day. I have a angle brush from Beach Cosmetics as well to bronze out my face. I have a e.l.f. tapered blush brush, which I use for my blush or for contouring, doesn't matter. And then I have my Sedona Lace 480 kabuki brush, which I use to apply my foundation. And some days I'll use a brush, some days I like to use a sponge, and the sponge that I'll be bringing with me for this trip is my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, and it's fairly a new one, so I just got this one, so I'll be bringing this with me. The rest that's inside here is my Beach Cosmetics Forever and Nude Sculpting Glow palette. This one is a little rough, beaten up, because I don't have the setting powder for my under eyes anymore because that had to pop out because it cracked. But I like bringing this especially on trips because I have a highlighter, a bronzer, a contour, and a blush, so I don't bother with bringing any more face products like to sculpt or anything. For eyeshadows, I'm only bringing one palette, and it's the e.l.f. Matte for Matte palette. just because they're neutral. I can go with the easy day look to night look in case you do plan on going out, and they're all matte shadows, and typically I like to wear matte shadows anyway. It's small and compact, and it comes with a good sized mirror here. Don't want to blind you guys, but it comes with a mirror. I have my tweezers in case I have a little bit of stragglers for my brows, and I have some fake lashes. These are just very fluffy and full looking, and I also have my dual lash glue. This is just in case we do go out at night, because normally I don't wear false lashes during the day. So on to the next side. I'm gonna pull things out randomly again. I don't have much in here either. To set my under eyes and my face, I'm just going to be bringing my Laura Mercier little translucent powder. I was going to bring a compact powder, but then that just takes too much space and I don't have room for it, so I'm going to go ahead and use this to set my under eyes and as well as my face lightly. I don't want my face to be too matte because again, my face is dry. While we're talking about faces, the primer and little foundation thing I'll be using or bringing with me, it's too bright, is the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. I've used this in the past and I got it again because my face is so dry, so this has been really moisturizing my face as a primer. This is what I have under my foundation, which is my IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus cream. I have it in the shade Tan. It looks good on camera, but in person if I put too much you can tell that the undertone is very different. So I don't really use a lot of foundation anyway. I don't even use a full pump of this. I use about half a pump, and those are the two products that's on my face today. So if you guys are wondering, that's what's on my face. To moisturize my lips, because where I'm going is pretty cold, I have my Nivea Milk and Honey Lip Care. I'll probably put this in my purse later on. Brow products, I have my e.l.f. brow pencil in the shade Natural Brown, and then I have my Wet n Wild powder, which I have to repurchase, but it still has some products, so I'm bringing those too. For lip products, I'm only bringing two items. It's my everyday go-to lip combo. It's the Jordana lip liner in Coco Loco and the NYX Liquid Suede lip cream in the shade Stockholm. So these two paired together looks very similar to my Kat Von D Lolita, but because that's a more expensive product and I don't want to have chances of losing it, I'll bring my cheaper alternatives when I'm traveling. For eyeshadow primer, I have my e.l.f. one, just because the Urban Decay one that I was using kind of started to irritate my eye. I don't know if this happened to anybody else, but once I used it and used my Urban Decay eyeshadows, I would have like the small bumps on my eyes and they get really itchy. So I don't know what's going on with my skin and Urban Decay, but it doesn't go well together anymore. Last couple of things I have is my NYX Brow Tint Mascara, and I got this in San Diego. I have it in the shade Espresso. I just use this to set my brows in place. And then for concealer, I'm bringing my LA Girl Pro Concealer just because this is more hydrating for me. It's not really that hydrating, but compared to the other concealers I have in my collection, it's very dry and too thick that it just kind of makes my face too tight. So I'm bringing this guy, and the shade I have is in Pure Beige. Mascara I'm bringing is just a travel size of the Benefit They're Real. I'm bringing this one just because I don't normally use this every day, but because it's small, it doesn't take a lot of space. I'm bringing that for that reason. And the last product I have in here is my NYC liquid eyeliner. This is my go-to liquid liner whenever I'm doing a wing eyeliner. So I'll probably be using this every day while I'm up there. So that's that. And that's basically what I have in my little makeup bag. Just wanted to share with you guys that I've tried to pack lightly beauty cosmetics wise, but hopefully, you know, this is all that I'll need. I don't plan on going too crazy with my makeup anyways while I'm up there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And subscribe to my channel, click on the bell so you guys are notified of future videos from me. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!